What's up, y'all? We're gonna go over a power valve issue for the MC65s, KTMs, TCs. Power valve issue, you know when the power valve is bad is when you have that low end power, but as soon as you get to that mid to top range, the bike just feels like it's gonna die on its face. When giving it more throttle, it tends to almost want to stall out. We just started having this issue and I thought maybe it might be my son or something, but no, it turns out it's the power valve. So you're gonna have to pull the head off and then I'll show you over here where we're at, but it's easiest if you pull the radiator out of the way just to get the top end off, as well as get as much as possible out of the way. So with your head out, I got everything assembled obviously, but you're gonna pull your diaphragm, or I'm sorry, the top of the power valve off. The diaphragm's gonna be sitting like this. It's best to take some brake cleaner, degreaser, clean this all off, and if you got anything, any diaphragm that's falling apart or chipping away, you may want to get that replaced because that will have issues. Either you might be having issues or will have issues in the future. And you're going to want to pull the bottom half of the power valve part off. Check for your O-rings, make sure they're there and they are in good condition as well. Then you'll pull the top of the head off. And then when you're pulling the top of the power valve off, you'll notice that you could probably spin the shaft around when you're taking it all apart. And that's just because the power valve, the paddle, has left the shaft. And if you look further into it, you could tell that it is cracked right in half. Now, when trying to get this power valve out, the paddle, mine was stuck down in the bottom position. Down, I'll show you where I have my finger. You'll see the bottom of the power valve, the paddle there. And if you try pushing it up, you'll notice it probably gets stuck. So I had to get a Dremel and just clean up the like the burrs on it, just to be able to get it through. And then this is the back side. I believe this is where the exhaust is. And once I was able to shave that down, I was able to just push out the power valve or the paddle and free it up. Just be careful with damaging your head here. And then also I would check too if you got any sort of cracks or anything. A good time to hone out the inside of the cylinder here. And I'd inspect all your O-rings and everything. And yeah, assemble it. I got the Nilo power valve on its way in, and then we'll be able to get that installed hopefully tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm gonna get all these parts all cleaned up, looking relatively brand new. Another thing I wanted to explain, when you're taking this diaphragm off and to get to the, I guess the stem portion of the power valve, 8mm nut, and then you need a 6mm wrench to get on that. I didn't have a 6mm wrench right this moment, but since I knew this power valve was bad, I just used some channel locks to grab onto the shaft and then spun the nut off, and then that's when you could start disassembling the top of the power valve, and yeah, everything will come off like so. We finally got our power valve in from Nihilo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But anyways, these power valves, they're made out of the stainless steel, and they also have a anodized coating for that extra protection. And I went ahead and test fit this. At first it fit a little rough, but I went ahead and grabbed a Q-tip and sprayed a little bit of WD-40 out on it, cleaned it out. That way it had a little bit of lubrication, if you will, and it started to slide a lot better. I also honed out the cylinder just a little bit so you could see the cross hatching. Try not to take off too much because you don't want to bore out your cylinder more than you need to. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this power valve on and get the rest of it together. We'll go from there. So we got our cylinder head on. You're gonna torque these to 18 Newton meters according to the manual. We got our 2 O-rings in, our spring. We're going to, or don't forget this O-ring here as well. We'll go ahead and mount this on, and then we'll put our 2 Allen's in as well. And all right, sorry. So this is 18 Newton meters. This is 10 Newton meters. Once you get those tightened down, you could test the power valve out. You should feel that spring, pull it back down. Then we'll go ahead and put your diaphragm on. We'll put the nut on, and then with your 6mm wrench, you'll pull up the diaphragm, put this underneath, and then snug it down with a 8mm socket. So we got everything bolted back up. Those three, the 4 bolts for the top, and then our exhaust flange bolt. We'll go ahead and throw it into the bike. So we got it all back together. Obviously the bike's on, as you can tell, but yeah, the bike already sounds 1,000 times better. It just sounds a lot more crisp when you move it. Before it didn't have that high-pitched noise to it. So yeah, I'm gonna go give it a test right now. And that is that power valve for MC65, TC65, SX65. Talked about what the issues were for a bad power valve. Showed you how to check for it, replace it, and install it back. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Thanks. And one last thing, don't forget to add coolant to your radiator. Run it and then top it off. Make sure you have that consistent flow through there without any drop in the coolant. Might as well do a fresh oil change as well and air filter. Thanks.